Alrighty guys, got another at-home workout for you here, okay? You're gonna obviously work through the first 3 exercises for 15 minutes, and here is your first exercise. You're going to have back foot elevated or rear foot elevated split squats, okay? So I've got some books that I can use to elevate my back foot. If you have not worked into elevating your feet at all with a split squat, or you can't squat with at least 20 to 30 pounds additional to body weight for your split squat, then you'll just work on normal split squat. So if you can't add weight, or if you have not worked into any elevated split squats with us, you'll work on a normal split squat here. So coming straight down, driving, back up through that front leg, always keeping a little bit of knee bend there. Okay, now the rear foot elevated split squat, you're going to put your back foot elevated up on something. Again, I've got these books back here. Everything remains the same. A little bit of bend in those knees, working yourself down, coming back up like so. Front leg will do the majority of the work. And then the last piece to that, to make it a little bit tougher, is to do a Bulgarian split squat, which would just be elevating your back foot a little bit more, right? And again, working yourself straight down. If you can get your knee down to the ground, perfect. If not, just work down to wherever you're comfortable and drive back up on that one. So regardless of what level you're at, you'll knock out 8 to 10 reps each side for the split squats, okay? After that, you're going to work on banded face pulls. So for these, right, what you'll do is you can either attach the band to something that's lower, right? You can work from the seated position, or you can attach it to the ends of your feet. Okay, if you do this, I recommend that you choke up on the band a little bit just to make sure you have enough resistance. Okay, and from here, arms start out straight. You're going to work on bringing your thumbs back to your ears, controlling it back in. So thumbs to ears like so. Try to keep that head neutral the whole time. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. You'll work 15 to 20 banded face pulls, okay? And then the last one in this group will be a half kneeling banded press. So if you're able to attach the band to something that's more shoulder height for you, in this situation, that'd be perfect. I've just got my futon, so I will use that. But, right, you'll grab on with one hand, okay, bring it up to be even with your torso. Whichever arm is pressing, that same knee is going to be down, core tight. Focus on squeezing this back glute. And you're just going to work on pressing out in front of you, coming back in, right? So press all the way out, back in, like so. You'll do 12 to 15 on each side with that one, okay? And if the half kneeling position is too easy, you can work on a tall kneeling position. So both knees are going to be down, squeezing your glutes, okay? Core, again, is super tight while you're doing this. And you're just going to work on pressing out in front of you, coming back in, like so. For that one, in a tall kneeling position, your core is going to get challenged a little bit more as opposed to a half kneeling position. So, split squats, face pulls, and banded presses, 15 minutes of those 3. Alrighty guys, so next 3 that you got here. First one, we're going to work on a banded half kneeling anti-rotation press, tongue twister, okay? But what you're going to do is you're going to have the inside knee, or the knee that is closest to your band, is going to be down. Other knee or other leg is going to be up, like so. Okay, you're going to grab on with the outside hand first. Inside hand is going to come over top. And again, you're just going to work on pressing out in front of you, coming back in, right, like so. So squeezing this back glute right here, core super engaged. Again, with this, if you're able to attach it to something that's a little bit higher up, that would be optimal, but if you can't, you can always use this setup as well. 6 to 8 on each side. If that feels a little easy on your core, you can always make it tougher by pressing out, working the band up, working the band back down, like so. Okay, so you're coming up, coming back down, right? Again, it'll be about 6 to 8 going up and down on each side with that one. So either a half kneeling, press straight out, or if you need a little bit of a more challenge, you don't have any sort of back issues, then you can work on coming up and back down. So we have that. Next, you're going to have lateral lunges. Okay, so for this one, everyone is going to start out stationary, so good wide stance. Okay, toes can point out a little bit for this one. You're going to work on pushing your hips back behind you, trying to keep this other leg straight, other foot flat, and driving back up like so. Right? So coming down, back up. Again, obviously that leg that you're shifting into should be doing most of the work there. You're going to do 6 to 10 on each side, okay? If no weight felt a little bit easy for you, then you can always hold on to weight. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can either hold it in a racked position like so. Again, work yourself down, drive back up, right? And that would be same leg, same side. Or you can hold it opposite hand, right, as the leg that's working. Work yourself down, come back up. So that rack position is going to be a little bit tougher as opposed to holding it down there. You can use a kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you have to add a little bit of weight. And then the last step is if staying stationary, adding weight is still a little easy, you can work into a dynamic lateral lunge, right? And then you can obviously add a little bit of weight for that dynamic lateral lunge as well. So 6 to 10 on each side for the lateral lunges. Last piece is going to be an RDL. Right? So kettlebell should stay between your ankle bones, okay? Have a little bit of bend in your knees and you're pushing your hips back as far as they'll go. Coming up, squeezing your glutes. And then again, pushing your hips back behind you like so. Right, squeezing your glutes. Core should stay engaged the whole time. With that one, you're not using your lower back at all. If you do not have lower back issues and you have worked into swings with us before, you can work into kettlebell swings. So, similar positioning to an RDL. Kettlebell starts out in front of you, snap it back. Focus on using your glutes and hips to snap that kettlebell up there. Try to keep your feet flat the whole time with that one. So regardless of whether you're doing RDLs or swings, you work on 10 to 15 reps there. So half kneeling, anti-rotation press, lateral lunges, RDLs or swings, 15 minutes of those three. Alrighty guys, last thing you got here for the finisher is going to be simple. It's going to be a stair climb, okay? So if you have access to stairs, you're just going to work 7 to 10 minutes, working up and down as quickly as you can. That can be walking, jogging, running, you know, whatever you're comfortable with, but adding that elevation will get your heart rate up a little bit and make that a little bit tougher for you. If you do not have access to stairs or you're just not comfortable trying to work with stairs in that fashion, then you can just go on a normal 15 to 20 minute walk. So those are your options for the finisher. Good luck.